But let's move on to some sports real quick, and then I got a couple things we gonna talk about that got nothing to do with sports.
Unless
But let's get into the NFL free agency. Last time we recorded, well, I recorded with X and Dion. We was breaking down a lot of the big moves that happened early on in free agency. Two major moves happened in different ways. Well, three major moves, but two of them coincide together. So I originally counted them as one. So the Chicago Bears, they traded for Keenan Allen coming off his best year in his career. They traded a fourth round pick for Keenan Allen from this year.
Mhm.
And in the same week, they traded away Justin Fields and they gave up more to get Keenan Allen than they got back for Justin Fields. They traded Justin Fields to the Pittsburgh Steelers for a 2025 sixth round pick. But if he plays 51% of the snaps, which he most likely won't, because they already announced that Russell Wilson is their starting quarterback. If he plays 51% of the snaps, they'll give up that fifth turns into a fourth. I mean that sixth turns into a fourth for 2025.
Got that boy for a ham sandwich.
Now, supposedly the Bears had better offers on the table, but they wanted to put him in a situation where he had his best chance to succeed. And supposedly Justin Fields' team asked them not to trade him to those other teams and requested that they do the trade with the Steelers. Supposedly. This is Ian Rappaport, I believe, was the one that reported this.
Okay.
What do you think about that deal though? First off, let's start with the Justin Fields before we head into Keenan Allen and what that means for the future. But Justin Fields getting traded for a bag of peanuts.
One thing I've never understood is the value of draft picks in the NFL and like what niggas be worth the first and what people don't be worth the first and who's worth the second and some of the scales on some of this stuff. Um, yeah, I mean it's ugly when you get for a sixth rounder, like they be drafting punters in the sixth round.
And not even this year, the following year.
That's not a good look from that standpoint. I mean, I was on Justin Fields to go there before they signed Russell Wilson, so it's not the worst thing in the world. I think like if I was him, like I'd go there and sit. And so I wouldn't if I was him, I wouldn't be really trying to play this year. So maybe that's why they chose that too. It's like, cool, go sit. Russ is on a 1 year. So go over there, sit your ass down, learn, chill out, let the stink come off you a little bit, let people actually miss you. And then you can pop back in here and when Russ leaves, shit, you get, Mike Tomlin might put his arm around him and might be able to turn him into something in 2 years. So like I think that's best case scenario, but I think worst case is if he actually has to play this year because I don't think he'll. I don't. I think he's decent, but I think there's room to grow for him. But I think he needs to sit down for a little bit. Everybody doesn't need to play right. Everybody's
I,
not. Everybody don't.
I think they got a good defense. They got a few good skill players, but their O line is ass. So how much of a better situation would it be for him to be in to play for them this year?
I mean, they
You got Tomlin. That's the best thing going for him is something on the sideline, like not even on the field. So like I'm with you. Like best case scenario for him is to just sit a year.
yeah,
Now for the Bears, it's crazy. Like compensation wise, you could say what you want about how you tried to look out for him, and then the GM came out and said that this was what they felt was best for the team and for Justin Fields. Bro, y'all got nothing in return. Y'all traded up for him. And then y'all traded away more.
mm,
Granted, it's only a fourth round pick from this year. But y'all traded away more for Keenan Allen than
then
y'all
they
got back for Justin Fields.
traded up for Mitch too, right?
For who?
They traded up when they drafted Mitch.
I believe so. I believe
Yeah, so they got a bad habit of that.
But now they got the number one and I think the number nine this year. You just traded for Keenan Allen. They just added some more to their offensive line. Let's see how that works out for them.
Right.
Um, you still got DJ Moore. You still got Cole Kmet. Who knows who's gonna be a running back for them? But you draft Caleb Williams number one overall, and then anything is possible, bro. Like we seen what Caleb Williams did with a shitty O line in college.
You think they're gonna be able to turn it around next year? Like I think Caleb Williams is gonna be good. I just don't know if he gonna get off the bus good.
I think they have the potential. I don't know. It depends on a lot. Like this coach is still unproven.
Yeah. Well, it's a
The
make or break.
the defense is good. We've seen that the defense can be very good.
Mm-hmm.
I think rookie Caleb Williams, is gonna immediately be a lot better than anything we've seen from Justin Fields. And I
Fair.
also think Caleb Williams immediately stepping in has a better receiving core. With the addition of Keenan Allen, a healthy Keenan Allen, he has a better receiving core than Justin Fields ever played with.
Valid.
Now, he's gonna need a running back, and the O line is still improving, but should be improved. But again, we've seen Caleb Williams thrive with subpar running and a shitty O line. He wasn't a national champion, but we've seen him. Shit, I don't even think he made the playoffs either year in USC, but we've seen him play well and put up good numbers and put his team in position to win.
Right.
So now, as long as the Bears defense can be as good or a little better than they were this year, they should at least be in the playoff hunt.
That's fair. Like I said, rookie year, I don't. If it's a good rookie year, it's a bad rookie year. I don't always put a ton of stock in it, just because I think everybody's got a different level of adjustment. And
True.
I'm not ready to write Bryce Young off after 1 year. Um, just because I always want to see like, okay, you had this year of experience. This happened to you. This first time you got hit in the mouth. How do you come back from that? On the flip side of that, Mac Jones was a good rookie year, and then turned like a pretty good quarterback his rookie year, and then went down the cliff. So I'm
Look,
like I said,
man,
I try to get as much grace with that first year as possible. So it's like even if what you're saying is true, everything you're saying can be true, but that might not click until the seventh game. You know what I'm saying? Like it might take them 7 games, and now they might be fucking 2-5, and now it starts to click. So it's like, yeah,
he's also going to be in the NFC North, which should be a pretty tough division next year.
Vikings got a quarterback there.
I ain't even talking about the Vikings. I was talking about the Lions and the Packers
Yeah, try to run me.
and Green Bay. Green Bay. Jordan Love was pretty solid towards the end of the year and in the playoffs. He had that bonehead decision against the 49ers in the playoffs, but other than that one play, well, a few plays that game, but that one play really cost them.
They picked up
But
Josh Jacobs too, so yeah, they got a little
yeah,
squad there. You're right.
yeah. I think the Josh Jacob pickup is a little bit under the radar. A lot of people are really discounting that over last year. But I think Josh Jacobs, along with the like even Austin Eckler in Washington this year, I think those are two really under the radar pickups that people sleeping on. But I really think that the Bears have a lot of potential moving forward. We'll see what they do with the ninth pick. But you draft Caleb Williams number one. That's a no brainer. That's
Got it.
the best prospect available. You take him and you see what happens from there. Anything is possible. You see what happened with CJ Stroud and the Texans last year.
Yeah,
Now, but to your point with I don't put too much stock in the first year either. Like I was texting with our boy ML and we were talking about top quarterbacks in the NFL. And then like I gave who my top five was, and then I say, yo, but I tell you this, if CJ Stroud do this again next year, he's in my top five. Like this tape on you now. Now
that's
you gotta
valid.
go out there and do it again. But
Yep.
now if you go out there and do it again, hats off to you, bro. Now just
Yeah.
keep building after that. But I never put much stock into it after one season. People hate me because I be saying a lot of players ain't that good because they only had one good season. Like everything else is mediocre. Like I don't care what your peak was; it only happened once.
Facts,
Especially
you know.
the young boys. The young boys, I always try to give all the young boys across all sports 3, 4 years. After year 4, if you still ain't doing what you need to do, then you just not it, bro. But then there's some people like Evan Neal. All it took
Mhm.
was 2 seasons for me to know that you ain't it.
Quickly.
You Eric Flowers 2.0. But now another big move that happened in the NFL this week. Hollywood Brown signed with the Kansas City Chiefs. Now he's not like his cousin with CTE. He's no Antonio Brown. But Marquise Brown is a dog. He's reliable. And this is a team that probably led the NFL in drops and won the Super Bowl.
Right.
And now you add in a reliable outside threat. And then if Rashee Rice continues to take another step forward like I expect him to, you still got Travis Kelce. How the fuck does Patrick Mahomes keep getting these weapons, bro? Like, and it just
Uh,
randomly, well, I like it just randomly happens. I can't even say keep getting these weapons because last year, like I said, they I'm pretty sure they led the league in drops as a team.
right.
Is but like, how does he get gifted something like this? After coming off a Super Bowl, you get Marquise Brown for the low.
I mean, they had the vision when they was trying to get Kadarius Tony to be that role. He can't act right. So you know what? What's the next best thing? Let's go get Hollywood to play that role.
I try to
Hollywood gets
tell people Tony wasn't it.
nah, but Hollywood get to it. I still wish they would have. I think they need another big body receiver. More than they need another person receiver of that body type. So they got three or four dudes built like that. Only one Rice, but yeah. But I mean, at the same time, like he gonna get open. But I just wish they had like they needed if Rice is coming along. But like I hope maybe next year they're gonna really be a true number one. Um,
I think he can be.
if he can be that, how tall is he? Like 16, like the biggest either. He probably like 6'2", maybe.
Is he that tall? He doesn't look that tall to me when I see him on the TV.
Be another. That's I think they need one big receiver.
Yo, he's 6'1". He doesn't look that tall
Oh,
to
see,
me.
shit.
So yeah,
At least
6'1", yeah, 6'1", he could definitely be the outside receiver. It's with his speed and like I don't even feel like he has bad hands. Pause. I just feel like he just wasn't in sync with Mahomes. It took him a while to grasp that offense and know where he's supposed to be because Andy Reid likes to do a lot of options where you need to read the defense and know which way you're supposed to be, when to stop. Like, depending on
right,
where the defender is, you might have to take a step further. Then with Mahomes, is a lot of plays off script, a lot of
right,
off script plays. So you gotta be on point. And it took a while, but you started to see the chemistry build up towards the end of the season. And he started racking up those receptions. Now it's time to turn those receptions into big plays more consistently. And I think he has the speed and the playmaking ability to definitely do that. So when you add another guy like Marquise Brown to the fold, that just makes things 1,000 times worse. And he's not that tall, but he's strong and he's physical. So
mm-hmm.
that's gonna wear down the secondary. While Pacheco's wearing down the front seven, you got to deal with Marquise Brown at the line of scrimmage.
He gonna catch all them over the top ones. Like who would be the perfect chief? I don't know why. They should have been got Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks had 1,000 yards waiting for Andy Reid. Brandon Cooks get a
Yo,
1,000 yards.
Brandon Cooks,
I don't put Brandon Cooks in like talk about somebody that's just
it'd be Breeze all over again. It'd be like when he was with Breeze. But
just give him
no.
Mahomes. He don't need much. Just give him Brandon Cooks.
Yo, you're not even wrong. That's crazy because remember when he was with New Orleans, where he
Yeah.
started fat
And y'all be like, how the fuck Brandon Cooks got 15 touchdowns?
because he's over the top all day. He's gonna take the top off the defense all day. That's like Deshaun Jackson back in the day.
There's some moves out there that just be so obvious. I'm like, why don't things get happen?